Hi guys. Now today we will study about mechanical force on the surface of charged conductor. Okay. So first of all, just write down a heading that mechanical force on the surface of charged conductor. Just there is a conductor like that. Just like a rigid body, there is a conductor which is charged. Now on its surface, we should just take a small surface on its surface and let it be let it be delta S. Delta S be the small surface. Also you can say infinitesimal small surface. That is, there is a very small surface. So for very small surface, this is for very small surface, this is called infinitesimal small surface. Infinitesimal small surface. And you just suppose that sigma be the surface charge density. So accordingly you just take two point. Here you just take 2 point. One is just outside the surface and another one is just inside the surface. So charge with here, everywhere there is a charge with here on its surface also, right? So charge with here. So what you conclude that the field lines, suppose there is a 2 point be there. Suppose this one is a point P. So this one is just called point P and this one is point Q. Q point be there. So just write down that sigma be the surface charge density. Surface charge density and delta S be the infinitesimal small surface area. So for a small surface area, let there will be a small charge be there, and this small charge be just suppose I am going to write by delta Q. So this one is infinitesimal small charge. Therefore, how much is this? Therefore, your delta Q is equal to sigma delta S. So you just everything you just keep in mind. We will use this one. One more thing is there, that the net charge. You just suppose about this P point P, the net electric field. Now the net electric field at point P is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. We know, already we know this one. So how much is this? You suppose this one is E. Okay. So you are seeing that this surface having charge, delta Q be the charge. So according to the charge on the surface, your field lines be in this direction. You just suppose this one is E1, E1, and the charge just inside the surface. According to that, your field lines at point P, that is also along this direction, and this is called E2. So you are getting the field lines E1 and E2 at this point P. Both are at point P. Accordingly, whatever the charge on the surface by which you are getting E1 electric field lines in this direction, by the same charge, this point P will experience and field lines along this direction E1. And whatever the charge inside the conductor, according to that, field lines at this point P along this direction, that is E2. So E2 be there in this direction. Okay. So we have got already that net charge at point P be sigma by epsilon naught. Alright. So you just take this one as an equation. So you just make it equation 1, this one is equation 2. So first of all, I just wanted to calculate the charge. That electric field Q at point Q is equal to 0, because inside the conductor the sum of field lines is always 0 due to the vector sum. Okay, so now here we are getting that this one is 0. So how much is this? So your this one is equal to, see there is a E1 plus E2. So if E1 is positive, then E1 is in another direction, so that is minus E2. So that is equal to, and your Q is 0, so this one is equal to 0. That's why from here you are getting that E1 is equal to E2. Now you can calculate, and this is your next equation. Okay, so we have 3 equations here, but finally we have to calculate that how much is the mechanical force that acting on this surface delta S, infinitesimal. Suppose this one is infinitesimal small surface. Now again you just find out the net charge, the net electric field, the net electric field, the net electric field at point P. So at point P, from this equation, this one is how much? This one is sigma by epsilon naught. Alright. But at point P, what you are seeing, this one at point P, that is this one is sum of, how much is this? This one is sum of E1 plus E2. Sum of field lines at this point P, like this, at this point Q, field lines, that is QE, like PE, like that. Okay, so how much is this? This one is from second equation or from there also. This one is sigma by epsilon naught, and this one is equal to E1 plus E2, and you know already that E1 and E2 both are equal from this equation third. So whatever you can put there, so you can just put there the magnitude of E2 from here, this one is E1. So 2 times of E1, this one is magnitude sigma by epsilon naught. So from here you can find out E1 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and this one is your next equation. We have already charge. Here we have a charge. So accordingly, we need to find here how much is the force. So the force on the surface of the infinitesimal small surface. So that would be also a small. So let it be delta F. So this delta F, right now here I am just going to write in magnitude, and let it be the whole. So F is equal to the small charge, that is delta Q, and now the net field lines be E be there, that is delta QE. Now delta Q from equation 1, this one is how much? So this one is, we have calculated sigma delta S, and then now put the value of this E. So E from here, because we have put this one here right now, because this one plus this one is the net, and this net is equal to E. This one is net is equal to E. So how much is E? Because this one is the sum, so you have find out from here that whatever this one is, either E1 and E2, this one just is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So here you want to find the force on the surface. So on surface there is either E1 and E2 because E1 is due to the charge on the surface. So from that one, so delta Q E1 be there, and now the magnitude of E1 from this equation, this one is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So you just put there, this one is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So this is your resultant force. Now you just divide this force by the surface area, and here is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So what you are seeing from there, that this one is not only force, actually this one is force per unit area. So your force per unit area, this one is equal to half of sigma s square by epsilon naught, and this one is your result from here. So this one is your equation 5. Now accordingly you can find out the force between the parallel plate capacitor also by this application. Using this application you can find out. Okay, that's why you see here application, its application. See here its application. So now its application, I just want to find the force between parallel plates capacitor. So how we can find out? So first of all you simply draw a diagram. See, there is a parallel plate capacitor. What's happening there? One terminal is connected with the positive terminal of an EMF, and second one with its negative one. So what happened? this becomes positively charged, other one becomes negatively charged, right? And you see that electrons that will be distributed on its surface, so there is number of electrons be there, so there is a net charge be there, and this one is F represented by Q with negative sign on its area, on its surface area. Okay, so and here is positive charge be there, so plus Q be there accordingly, and this one is your potential difference. So we know here that the field lines B coming on this plate and going towards this. And how much is this? This one is very simple. You just take it. This one is E1, and that is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Okay. So this one is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and you want to find the unit surface. Okay. So the net charge, that distributed on the surface of the parallel plates BQ. Okay, and an electric field between the parallel plates be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So the force between the parallel plates capacitor, that is Q E. So from here Q be there, and put the value of E this from here. So this one is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and now put the value of sigma. So the sigma is how much? This one is charge current area. Let here you have to consider that A with the area of this both of the plates. Okay. So here you will get directly F is equal to, just put the value of sigma. This one is Q by A. Now because from here there is Q is equal to sigma by A, any surface charge per unit area. So using this one, you just put this one here. So this one is Q square by 2 A be there, 2A epsilon naught. So this one is your result. So result is what? That this one is your force. This one is your force that acting between the parallel plates, due to the negative charge that accumulated on the surface. So by which way you can see its application. So always charge be there between the parallel plates capacitor. This one is half of Q square by A epsilon.